I'm a geek for paid ads for your funding business because once you have the systems all set, the tracking all right, it really does become predictable math. Let me show what I'm talking about. So for this example over here, this is one of my clients, Peter, BC Providers. Obviously, I got to take off all the names and all that stuff, but this is an example of one of the KPI sheets. Guys, our optimizing ads is very, very simple because simple truly scales, but it does take a little accountability on the closer's part. For example, we need to know what ads are bringing what leads, are bringing what cash collected, what are bringing actual approvals. We optimize our ads based upon what's actually bringing approvals rather than just getting a cheap cost per lead. So in this instance over here, obviously I covered up all the names and emails, etc. But take a look at it. Boom, this ad over here is doing good. This ad over here is doing good. This ad over here is doing good. Even though they missed, they still followed up and was able to find out they're good over here. This one's doing good. So for example, which one? This one brought in a submission over here, an approval. This one's waiting on doc still. This one over here is giving all the information, 40K a month. That's good for an MCA. So what I'm saying though is that because we're able to understand what's going on in the actual campaign as what type of leads are coming through, we're then able to then correlate that quality score to a ad. So for example, this ad over here that I brought in this good opportunity here is coming in from this ad over here. Now, naturally, I just push this ad further, as in push the budget up, and then make more variations based upon what's already working. Anything that's not already working, like we literally just take this KPI sheet, throw it into ChatGPT, and be like, yo, what ads are bringing the lowest lead quality scores? We knock that stuff out. Whatever's bringing the most approvals, whatever's bringing the highest lead quality scores, whatever the closers want more of, we ask ChatGPT, hey, what leads are coming from what ads are bringing in the actual approvals? Because simply stated, we just push the budget on what's actually getting you approved, what's actually bringing these approvals. And these ad IDs all just correlate to specific ads that we're actually running for your business. So this is like a little macro, well, micro version of how your campaign's actually running. Over here, the actual dashboard of it will show, let me show like a blank dashboard as an example. This is what your dashboard would look like, and this will give you a macro view of the entire campaign in statistics. But the entire goal of this really is to be able to build a predictable revenue source through paid ads. And this is why I say it really does become predictable math. Because once you're able to actually properly understand the numbers, you know exactly what's holding back the campaign from truly scaling. And by being able to pinpoint exactly, now you know what you need to work on. Maybe it's like show up rates. Maybe it's gathering the documents after they get approved. Maybe it's the high costs per qualified call. What I'm saying though is without knowing your numbers, you're not really able to optimize what's really holding you back your campaign. And you're really doing things emotionally. It's not how you want it to be. You want to be able to have pinpoint accuracy. You want to make sure you're religiously tracking your numbers, even overly tracking this stuff. Like this is an overly simplified version of it. But you want to make sure that you're always religiously tracking your numbers so you know exactly what's holding you back. You need to have a target. Hey, I want to hit $1 million a month. And you need to have, hey, this is what actually is happening in my business right now. Right now, this month, we're $192,000. We want to hit $1 million a month. What do we got to do to hit $1 million a month? Well, right now we're spending around 30 grand in ads. What if we were to change this out to spend around 60 grand in ads? Will this help us hit $1 million a month? What if I hit 80? We're almost there, you see? So what I'm saying though is by being able to really understand your numbers, you're really able to have a predictable system that tells you exactly, hey, this is what we got to do to be able to accomplish the goals that we want to achieve. So this client in particular needs to be spending around 160 grand to bring in an additional $868,000. If you want to make it exactly $1 million a month, we just got a predictable math. And then as we are scaling up these campaigns, you know, things are going to change in our numbers. We're gonna have things like ad fatigue come in a lot quicker. So you need to be launching ads a lot quicker. But what I'm saying though is that now that we have the ads tracked, if we have something experience something like ad fatigue over here, we're able to immediately know that if we're able to immediately know that your lead quality score is dropping, and make corrections based upon there. We immediately get notified if the average lead quality score goes down a certain percentage per week, per day. That allows us to be able to optimize your ads in the quickest way possible. So without waiting a week or two to hop on a call with your team and figure out what's actually going on, we know the day of, the minute, the hour, the second of how your ads are performing and what we need to do to be able to scale up that campaign. Hope this was very insightful, guys. If you need help with this, you already know how to reach out to me. God bless. Talk to you soon. Peace.